Yeah, I actually have a funny story. So back before I was immunosuppressed because of my autoimmune condition that decided to rear its head right during the lockdowns of COVID, which is great timing for an autoimmune condition to start happening, morbidly amusing. Like, it's funny in that fucked up kind of way. But anyway, before that, there was this in-town, like, Asian restaurant, like teriyaki sushi, one of those types of places that I would go to with one of my younger sisters. And I would always get the udon because I can't eat spicy things. And one day I'm eating the udon and I'm like, this is spicy for some reason. I was talking to my sister. I'm like, yeah, for some reason the udon is spicy this time. And like, I think it was like the second time I'd come to it. I'm like, yeah, it's been spicy like the last 2 times. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I guess one of the people who run the restaurant heard me say that to my sister. Because one of the next times I came in, like, I don't remember if it was multiple times or not, but one of the next times I came in, they asked me, they're like, hey, is it spicy this time? And I was like, no, actually, it's not spicy this time. And they were like, oh, good, because, like, they'd asked me about it, like, oh, is it spicy? I'm like, yeah, it's just a little spicy. And so when I came in the next time, they're like, is it spicy? And I was like, oh, no, it's not, it's totally not. And I'm just repeating the same part of the story. And so I get the explanation, and they explained to me that what had happened is they had swapped what meat they were using, and the marinade for the meat had pepper in it. So they changed it to a different meat that wasn't marinated in pepper, so it wasn't spicy anymore. And I'm just like, that's so nice that they went through the trouble just because they heard me make a comment of like, oh, this is a little spicy, because like I was still ordering it. So it's not like they were losing out on anything, but just because they were nice, they went through the trouble of figuring out what was in the food through like trial and error of like coming to check with me and being like, is it still spicy now? To figure out that, oh, we swapped our meat marinade. But yeah, I feel like that's a lovely story about some very sweet restaurant owners, and also a very funny story about how sensitive my sense of taste is. It ended up getting sold to someone else, and it might have actually been sold again since then, but yeah. I went there a lot back when they owned it with my sister. They were very nice. Yeah, it got to the point where I basically couldn't. There are very few people I can trust when I go, is this spicy? Because way too many times someone would be like, it's not spicy at all. And then I would eat it and I'm like, my mouth is on fire. What are you talking about? Additional ironic tidbit. One of my favorite foods is chili. And yes, that does result in a lot of, are you okay? As I'm like crying, eating food, being like, it's so good, but it's so spicy. Lots of adjusted recipes in my life.